Go ahead and come into plank pose. So if you're going to be doing handstands, it's probably not a great idea to do too much arm and shoulder work because they will fatigue, but you will need to do arm and shoulder work to be able to hold handstand. So you can kind of break up those two, alternate. Okay, and now sink your chest closer to the floor. No, keep your arms straight, but sink your chest, and then push out. So these are called scapular push-ups. Do that 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, lift and hold. And notice the angle of her pelvis. So people who are bendy tend to stick their butt out more. She has a nice lift at the front of the pelvis, which is useful for holding us up in handstand. Okay, and then come on down. How are your wrists doing? A little sore. Okay, so to avoid putting more pressure on the wrists, for this next exercise, you're gonna do it on your forearms. Okay, you can even interlace your hands like this, and you're gonna walk your feet, actually I should be a little further out. So you'll be legs distance from the wall, hands down, and your hips are gonna stack over your elbows. And then here, you're gonna practice that pushing out. And we're gonna just hold for as long as you can. Take a little break, and then we'll switch to the arms. We'll do 2 each. So, exactly. There you go. And then I can bring this over for you so that you're more comfortable. Good. Keep these muscles pushing in, and we'll hold here. Let's count to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's try lifting one leg up for the last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on down. So that was the right leg that you lifted first, so we'll know you can take a child's pose as a rest. So place your forehead down. Breaks, I can't emphasize how important breaks are when you're developing more strength or learning any skill. We throw ourselves into it and then we take a break. Break is not broken, it's just a pause so that we can stay fully invested. But when we're running on empty and we continue, then the work just becomes shaky. It's not good for your confidence or your practice because the alignments, all of that stuff begins to get sloppy. Okay, and then let's do it on the hands. Good. And yep, there you go. We hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Push longer here. Like reach your hips higher. Yes. Yep. So we pushed out of the shoulders a little bit more so we don't have compression in that joint. And now lift your left leg. And what she does really nicely when she lifts her legs up, she doesn't turn the hip out too much. She keeps her inner thighs engaged. So if she wasn't in a handstand, her leg wouldn't turn out. It would be staying in neutral. And then you can come on back down and take another child's pose. So for clarification, what I mean by that is in her inversion, when Sev lifts her leg up, she keeps the inner thighs together rather than turning the toes out. This is more likely to cause a falling out when we translate it into the handstand. So she's got great muscle memory of keeping those inner thighs hugging together rather than opening out. Forearms again. Right in there. So those front ribs, yep. So we're keeping these muscles hugging back. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, right leg, up, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're good, come on down. Getting tired? Whew, roll it out. We got one more and we'll just do it for a 10 count. Okay, so and listen to your body. When it starts to tell you it's too much, you can just dial it down. So we're taking a break, but at the same time we're we're asking more than we naturally would. This is a kind of mental work that Sev also experienced in her inversion. Our body tends to have a rhythm, and this is applicable for advanced practitioners too, where you're up and then there's kind of like that natural turning point where you fall out. We're using our mind to insist on holding the body together, even just a second or two longer than we normally would, and that second or two builds over time. Go ahead, last one, and we'll just do 10 seconds. So we're summoning a little bit more strength, building longevity in our practice rather than just that burst of one day. Lift one leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on down. Great. Okay. Then place the backs of your hands together and stretch. Good. And now you can take one arm, face the wall. We'll open up the pec. You can turn sideways. How's that feel? Perfect. Switch sides. So this is another great stretch for people who are working at an office because these guys get tight. So things like that bridge, and this guy, even more so, helps open up the chest so that maybe when we come back to work, we're doing it more properly. And that's all. Yeah, good work. Yay!